Now, a fair and balanced debate on what happens next with the super committee and who's to blame us. Republican Congressman David Schweiker joins us live from Phoenix, and Democratic Representative John Garamendi now with us live from California. Gentlemen, welcome to you both.
Good morning.
Good to be with you. Hello, David. How are you doing in Phoenix?
All right.
It's going to be 75 today.
I don't want to break up the love fest because it's nice to see some kindness between the two of you. But let's start with the statistic. This is from the latest Fox News poll on how people think you guys are doing in Congress. Approve, 12%. Disapprove, 80%. And people are furious about the fact that it appears we're going to come up to another deadline and not have a solution. Congressman Garamendi, how do you explain what's going on?
Well, I think you need to start back a little bit. During the debt crisis in the summer, a decision was made that actually cut $1.2 trillion out of the future budgets. And the super committee was set up to try to figure out if more could be done or how to rebalance that $1.2 trillion. So no matter what happens, there's a deficit reduction of $1.2 trillion. Now, on our side, we wanted to do big, bold, and balanced. That is, try to go and use the super committee to solve this problem going forward with around a $4 trillion package of cuts and taxes. That's not going to happen. So going forward, yes, the deficit is being dealt with. Across-the-board cuts are going to be very difficult, but we also have 1 year until next January to solve this problem. That's January 2013.
All right.
So it's not the end of the world.
I want to bring in Congressman Schweiker here because Democrats today are saying one of the main problems is the fact that the Republicans will not give up the Bush tax cuts that benefit the highest earners in this country. We've got a McClatchy-Marist poll that came out just at the end of last week, and they asked voters how they would feel about making cuts and raising taxes. 67% of the voters said they were okay with raising tax or getting rid of some of the tax breaks for those who are the highest income earners. Is it true that Republicans won't give that up, and why not?
Well, for a couple of reasons. And first, I want to meet that 12% that thinks we're doing a good job. And then I need to explain to them. Look, the reality of it is, my understanding is you take a look at what Pat Toomey put in writing and put on the table and said, look, we're willing to do these series of things that are actually functionally going to raise taxes on those upper income individuals. But he put it in writing. And my understanding is the left side of the super committee has given some great political rhetoric, but hasn't done the same discipline in putting it down on paper.
All right. While this
David,
is being hashed out, let me just talk to you about the issue of blame, because people are angry, it seems, with both sides. But in that McClatchy-Marist poll that we mentioned, there's also more blame, it looks like, going to the GOP. The numbers there, if this doesn't work out, who do you blame? Congressional Republicans get the most blame with 39%. Democrats in Congress get blamed 27%. Both get blamed 23%. I want to ask you both to react to that. Congressman Garamendi, you first.
Well, first of all, let's understand that the deficit is being dealt with by both Democrats and Republicans. There's over $2 trillion of deficit reduction that's already been put in place. But I think Americans, more than anything else, want jobs. They want to get jobs. They want to get a job proposal out of Congress, and they want to go back to work. Ultimately, the really only way to deal with this deficit long term is to get people back to work. Now, why play the blame game when what we have to do is come together and figure out a solution? The proposal that Senator Toomey put on the table actually reduces the taxes from 35% to 28% for the super wealthy, and the rest of his package in the burden on the low and middle income class, so that they're going to have to pay more out of pocket, not necessarily in taxes, but for Medicare, child support, and other kinds of activities that are essential if you're going to go to work. So what we really need is a balanced package, and I'm really pleased that the Republicans are coming forward, accepting some tax increases. That's a major step, and frankly, a major concession on the part of the Republicans. On our side, we want to protect Social Security. We want to make sure that the Medicare benefits are not reduced. There's a lot of changes that can go on in Medicare that would save vast amounts of money without doing anything to the benefit package or to eligibility. So there are things that can be done, and we will have time to work on it, because tomorrow, if they don't get a deal, the world doesn't come to an end. What does happen is a major cut of $1.2 trillion beginning in January 1st, 13.
And quickly, Congressman Schweikert, to be fair and balanced, I want to give you a chance to reply here.
Sure.
How encouraged are you to hear that entitlements are on the table, at least to some extent?
Well, two things real quick there, and I'm agreeing partially and disagreeing with the California Congress, my friend from California. Okay, jobs, economic expansion, absolutely necessary. You can never cut enough to get this government back on a sound fiscal setting. But you don't raise taxes at the same time you're trying to grow the economy. But the reality of it is, and this is the toughest thing for us to explain, is your government is very quickly becoming a health insurer with a shrinking army. The explosion on the mandatory spending side, substantially because of the baby boom, is a reality we're all going to have to figure out how to deal with.
And it will not be an easy solution to find. Gentlemen, we thank you both for your time today, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.